I'm an engineer. I do some consulting on the side, not as a full-time gig, but more like a favor for friends or people I trust. It's not my main hustle, and I like to keep it that way. So one day, a good friend, we'll call him Mike, asks if I can help out his in-laws. They're doing some big renovations on this really old house they just bought. We're talking foundation work, additions, the whole deal. I had zero personal interest in the project, but I agreed, solely because Mike asked. Now, Mike gave me a heads up. His mother-in-law, let's call her Linda, can be a bit much, his words. I figured, okay, how bad can it be? Well, spoiler alert, very. At first, it was small things. She acted like because I was being paid, and to be clear, I was charging maybe 1/10 of my normal rate, she could treat me like an on-call employee. She'd snap her fingers, metaphorically, expecting instant answers. I tried to keep things professional, gave her feedback, pointed out some serious issues with their renovation plans. She didn't like that. I got a few snippy emails, nothing crazy, but enough to make me question how long I'd put up with it. The real drama started when I tried to schedule a time to visit the house. I offered weekend times, evening hours, the usual for side gigs. But no, Linda insisted I come during my work hours. Middle of the day, weekday, as if I didn't have a job. I told her I only do this on evenings and weekends. Her response was full Karen mode. She told me I work on her availability, that she's paying me and I need to fall in line. That's when I knew we were done here. I looped in Mike, CCing him on the email thread, and said, "Hey, I'm out. Good luck with the rest of the project." Mike apologized. Linda was shocked. Sent a long message about how this isn't how business is done. Yeah, okay. I didn't reply to her final message. It wasn't worth the energy. I walked away and went back to my normal life, feeling like I dodged a disaster. 3 weeks later, I get an email. It's from her husband. Let's call him Dave. Super polite. He asks if I'd reconsider working on the project and even promises his wife won't be involved at all. Yeah, okay. Apparently, the other professionals they contacted quoted them much higher prices. That didn't bother them too much. What did was the wait times. Everyone was booked solid. It was peak season, and no one wanted to touch a complicated mess halfway through. They were trying to move in ASAP, but now their timeline was totally wrecked. The design phase stalled, trades were backing out, and Mike? He just sat back watching her sabotage her own project. Dave asked again, said he'd make sure she stayed out of it. Honestly, I just didn't believe she would, and I had no desire to bail her out. I passed on the offer. When I told Mike, he wasn't mad. In fact, he said it was kind of satisfying, watching her sabotage her own project. He even said she needed to learn this lesson, and it finally hit her where it counts. Here's the thing. I don't enjoy saying no. I like helping friends. But when someone thinks paying you gives them license to treat you like a doormat, it's time to walk. And I don't regret walking away for a second. So if you're ever in a situation where someone's treating you like you're disposable, even if you're doing them a favor, remember, you're allowed to set boundaries. And sometimes walking away is the best move you can make.